We do not enter the field of battle lightly.
DC Titans franchise has kept us entertained for 2 great seasons. The end of the first season was more of a cliffhanger than the second one, with most of the Season 1 questions being answered in Season 2, Episode 1. We do not expect so many questions to be answered in Season 3's first episode this time around. The questions that have to be answered, though, are pretty interesting. One of the main ones being if Donna Troy will return. Here is everything you need to know about Titans Season 3. Recap of Season 2's finale. Season 2 ended with the Titans ultimately getting back together again. The finale opened with the 4 main female characters about to save Connor and Gar, with Corey somehow without any of her powers. Then, there was a scene where they were intercepted by Deathstroke on their way to save their friends. Dick appeared for the first time as Nightwing, and Corey was wounded for the first time, and Rachel healed her, which was another first. While Dick fought Deathstroke, Deathstroke's daughter, Rose, showed up and joined the Titans as her new family against her father. In the end, Rose kills her father and allows her brother Jericho to enter her body as a host to him. Deathstroke then died. Then there was a scene where Rachel gets Gar back and where Dick gets Connor back with the help of Rachel and Donna. Of course, the worst scene was seeing Donna die, saving the life of Dove and civilians. Then the season tied up some loose ends after Hawk carried Donna's body slow motion into Titan Tower. Hawk and Dove decided to work together professionally, and Donna's body was handed over to the Themyscirans, who are the Amazon women Wonder Woman is part of. The final scene follows the Titans reacting to unusual police activity in the city and walking down a dark street shoulder to shoulder and Gar running past as a tiger. When will Season 3 be screened? DC Universe stated that Season 3 of Titans would return in the autumn of 2020. We obviously know that not to be possible anymore due to the global health situation. The release date will almost certainly be pushed back to sometime in 2021, probably around spring in the Northern Hemisphere. Will Donna Troy return? As Hawk carries the body of Donna slow motion into Titan's Tower, we hear the words of Bruce Wayne narrated. We do not enter the field of battle lightly, neither in heart nor body nor mind, nor do we exit it lightly. We leave a piece of us behind, and sometimes the cost of defending the innocent exceeds what we could ever think to pay. There's only one word for this: sacrifice. And whether it be recognized in the present or in some distant time or never at all, this is the hero's duty. This scene helps to add gravity to the loss of Donna and her importance, important enough to bring her back. In the following scene, Donna's body is handed over to the Themyscirians. The leader of the Themyscirian group regards Dick with reverence and respect. The possibility exists that they will be future allies. This scene is important to the role of Raven. Rachel, whose powers have been changing from dark to healing, decided she wanted to accompany the Themyscirians. Why? It may be that she has the ability to bring Donna back with her powers getting stronger. The possibility exists that Donna may return. The case for Donna's return is strengthened by Connor Leslie, the actress who plays Donna Troy. With the release date of Season 3 probably early towards the second half of 2021, Connor Leslie has no upcoming television or movie engagements scheduled for 2021, according to IMDb. For an actress who stays busy every single year, it is kind of perplexing that for 2021, there's absolutely no acting engagements. Our prediction is that we've not seen the end of Donna Troy in The Titans. Jason Todd as Red Hood. The Titans showrunner have released images of Jason Todd as Red Hood and gotten fans extremely excited for the next season. The character of Jason Todd vowed to get vengeance from his former team in the last season. The other development is that Rose has a soft spot for Todd. Will they get together in some way again? The other issue is that since Rose's body acts as a vessel for her brother Jericho as well, how will that affect their possible relationship? Jason was saved by Connor from certain death when Deathstroke dropped him from Titan Tower. Jason should feel like he owes Superboy his life. So, it will be interesting to see how that plays out and if Connor will use that card. Jason's heart is broken in 2 ways. Firstly, he's not respected by the others, who blame him for everything. And then he finds out that Rose is actually Deathstroke's daughter and was planted by him. In the scene where Donna's body is handed over, Dick spots Jason off to one side on his motorcycle. When Dick sees him, he rides away. Jason feels he has to constantly prove himself, and that does not bode well for his psychology. We suspect that his darker side will surface in Season 3 after a big fight with the Titans, of which he is not a part anymore. How strong will Raven become? We got to know Rachel Roth as the scared teen in Season 1 who could not control her powers and was even afraid of her own powers. By the start of Season 2, she had grown into a character strong enough to destroy her demonic father, Trigon, in an instant. Not only has Rachel grown stronger as a character, but her powers have also grown. In Season 1, she had a grungy look, but in Season 2, after the first episode, she looks more peaceful and natural. This happens after her father rips her heart from her body, squeezes it into a red crystal, and inserts it into her forehead. The scar on her forehead remains. Where Rachel's powers were first used to hurt and kill people, her powers have somehow evolved to the point where she is healing people. In the first episode of Season 2, when she entered Dick Grayson's mind to snap him out of his darkness, she did so invasively, at least more invasively than in the final episode where she entered Gar's mind to snap him out of the control Mercy Graves had over him. Then there was a scene where Corey Anders was wounded, and Rachel used her powers to heal her. As discussed above, the reason Rachel may be going with the Themyscirans could be as a healer. When she returns, she will probably play a different role than what we are used to, and she should be more powerful. Superboy. Connor is a new addition to the Titans. He is the one who is probably the most powerful of all of them, but he has the personality of a child. It was Dick as the leader who entered his consciousness and made him see the light and lead him out of his darkness, i.e. the control of Mercy Graves. It makes sense that Dick will also be the one to be a mentor to Connor in the future. That's because Dick understands where Connor is now in his development, and he is the natural leader. Connor's identity as a boy is confirmed when Dick enters his mind and finds him curled up like a scared boy, saying that Mercy is telling him what to do. That is typical of a young boy, who will listen to their authority figures. Connor, however, is also innocent and may bring some more comedic moments into the next season, as he does not exactly understand how the world works. After rescuing Crypto the dog, we are also interested to see if the dog will play a part in Connor's life in Season 3. Hawk and Dove. It seems like after the fight Hawk and Dove had, where he said the two of them only bring pain into the world, they are no more a couple, but will work together. In the scene in the finale when Hawk enters Dawn's room, he apologizes, but Dawn does not accept. He asks her if there can be a Hawk and Dawn again. She says there is no way, but she hesitates when he asks if there can be a Hawk and Dove again, and later, they are both seated at the dinner table. It therefore seems certain that Hawk and Dove will remain partners, but that they are not a couple anymore. When Gar interrupts the dinner to tell the Titans that something big is going down in the city, Dove was the first one to stand up, look at the others and say, "What are we waiting for?" She seems to represent the mother figure of the Titans. This was also evident when she returned the teddy to the girl in the scene where Donna died. We were probably going to see Dawn fall in love with Hank again, but it may also be a case of her developing a thing for Dick as well. With Connor in the picture, is it possible that she may start a romantic entanglement with Connor? It is certainly possible, but we will have to wait and see. New characters. In the comic book series, there are over 50 characters to choose from. Red Hood DC will also introduce two new characters, Barbara Gordon and Scarecrow. Barbara will be serving as commissioner of the Gotham City Police Department, just like her father Jim Gordon. She is sure to square off with the Titans often. Scarecrow, whose real name is Dr. Jonathan Crane, will be introduced as an inmate at Arkham Asylum. He will also have a second career as a profiler for the GCPD. Then in the last scene of Season 2, we saw Blackfire make an entrance when she took over a middle-class working mother. She will therefore also appear in Season 3. The third season of Titans is sure to entertain and keep us glued to our screens. We are looking forward to what will become of our heroes and who will return or not. Since the Titans only came together as an actual force in Season 2, Season 3 should be about personal growth or change. That is all for today. We would love to see you back. Take care.